Peace, 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 peace. Peace, Black Power family. Peace and Black Power family. What is going on? Say we got one person in here, three people, thumbs up. Let me see. I don't like this angle. All right. All right. If anybody's in here, let me see you give a thumbs up in the chat. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. All right, I see one thumbs up. Okay. How the volume sound? Do I need to raise the volume? Put a 7 if the volume is good. The volume is good. Give me a 7. All right, you said the volume is good. All right, shout out to Rakeem Mathis. What's up, Rakeem? Rakeem been a supporter from day one. Brother always supported me from elementary genocide 1, 2, and 3. Shout out to that brother. And he always copping the merch, cop the wingy, cop the different. Yeah, we got some new different t-shirts. We also got some hoodies. I'm gonna announce that next week. So I'm not gonna go too long tonight. Actually, I need to play around with this in order for me to understand how to navigate because I don't even know how to. Let me see something. Pop up dashboard. Okay. Let me just try to see some things. Yeah, we definitely don't need that. Um, let's see. Oh no, we definitely don't need none of that. Alright, hmm. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Talked about how the Jews petitioned Britain about taking East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and this was done in the 1900s. That is correct. And also, you got to remember, it was the two colonial powers, Britain and France, that created this colonial state of occupation of what is now known as Israel, right? The Palestinians, that was always their homeland until 1947. And there's a lot of history, right? If you don't have the political education to understand, foreign affairs, which is cool, because most of us we got to keep up with what's going on locally in our own community, right? And I always speak about how all politics is local, but there's a global politics that affects everyone. right? Because if y'all have been keeping up with what's going on, the United States government just sent a whole bunch of, I think it was like 20,000 reservists and people in the army. They just got them on standby, and they're going over to Israel. They're saying that they're going to assist the Israelis, but they're not going to join the war. They might as well join the war if they're going to assist. So that just came out today. So when I say all politics is local, yeah, it's local until your congressman, your representatives start making statements and start advocating for certain things that happen to do with foreign affairs, because they do have a voice, and as you can see, a lot of them have a voice. So I wanted to do this podcast. Have anybody take a position. I think I'm clear on my position, and I'll explain why I take the position that I do have. But let's be clear, right? Don't let nobody shame you into taking a position. Some people don't want to take a position, and that's cool. And I'll tell you why it's cool. Because everybody ain't a freedom fighter, right? And everybody don't need to be out front advocating. But I will tell you this, right? Even acknowledging the oppression that's going wrong, right, is a part of resistance, right? So when we say we fight for liberation and we resist oppression, just you speaking about it, acknowledging it. If that's the least you can do, then do that. Now, there's others that are going to speak out boldly, and there's some that's not. And the reason why is because many people can lose their jobs. We know we're dealing with people that has position in high places. Last year, I think it was a black school teacher that said something in regards to her standing with the Palestinians. Yeah, she lost her job. Mark Lamont Hill, remember he said something in regards to showing support for the Palestinians, and I think he said something from the sea to the wall, and supposedly that is a slogan that Hamas has used, so it's considered anti-Semitic. It was just a whole lot with that, but yeah, he lost his job, but he's boldly speaking out. He recently did an interview that was real good. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know, right? I have come to the realization that I do need glasses. I cannot find my glasses. I gotta get a couple of pairs of glasses. I just need reading glasses. I can see perfectly well, but I can't see these this chat. The same thing happened to the people of Palestine, which is basically Northeast Africa. Okay, there's no such place. There's no such place as the Middle East. All right. All right, we got the Lioness Crown in the building. Shout out to that sister. Make sure y'all go check her out. She has some very good merch. I'm actually getting me a shirt or a hoodie. No conflict, no contact, no contact, no conflict. And y'all need to go to her page and check it out and find out what that actually means and who that statement comes from, because that has a deep meaning. Now, a lot of y'all walking around with Nike and Adidas on you, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wear name brand stuff sometimes, but you got to have something that has a meaning and a purpose to it. And that, no contact, no conflict, there's a meaning and a purpose behind it. She could say it more eloquently than me, so I'm not going to explain it. And I think y'all should just go to the website. Go check it out. You know, if I tell you what it means, you probably won't even go to the website. But if you go to the website, not only you gonna find out the meaning, you can see the design, and you can also purchase it I think the best way to do it is on Twitter. She's more active on Twitter. So I want to say this, right? Like I was saying, don't let nobody shame you, right? Black people don't owe nobody nothing. As John Henry Clark said, the only thing black people owe is an ass whipping. We don't owe nobody nothing. So don't let nobody shame you, right? And when I see that, I don't like that, right? Because even when I was younger, if someone tried to make me do something or keep telling me to do something, if they be like, you better go right, you better go right, I probably go on left. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. Nobody likes to be shamed into it. You know, if someone does speak out, they speak out because they want to. You know what I mean? And like I said, right, everything ain't for everybody. But I will tell you this: the reason why I speak out is because of the oppression of people, right? If you say you for the liberation and you for freedom, justice, and equality, you don't want to see no one get oppressed. Now, my first line of defense is always black people. Let's be clear. But I do see humanity in other people. And I know that there's other people that recognize the humanity in us. And at times, they have joined on to the cause to help us in our liberation. And a lot of us, we quote Malcolm X. Malcolm X is on the side of the Palestinians. So when you say you pro-black and, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with us, but you quote Malcolm X, that's a contradiction in itself. Martin Luther King, he was for the Palestinians. Huey P. Newton, read the book Revolutionary Suicide. He talked about the struggle of the Palestinians. There's a picture in with the guerrillas and the fighters, and they holding up. He's standing right there. So there was always an alliance between the Black Panthers and the Palestinians. Go read some of those Black Panther papers. Do you know every Black Panther paper is archived and available online that you can go back and read it? But you can go also read Revolutionary Suicide. He talks about it. Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale. He talks about showing solidarity with the Palestinians. Huey P. Newton said we must think globally and act locally. If the colonizers in this country had their way, there would be no black people in this country at all. It's called genocide. Absolutely. Did you grow up with a house with a masculine father or a masculine father figure to be very outspoken? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. My father, you know, is a man's man. I'm a man's man. My son is a man's man. And it's just a trait that's in our genetic coding. And you know what? A lot of brothers will speak out in the manner that I do if they had some political education about themselves. You know, some of them want to speak out. A lot of people don't feel confidence in speaking out because they feel like they might not have the education of someone that is in academia, and that's okay because that don't mean nothing. You know, Malcolm X ain't go to college. Elijah Muhammad ain't go to college. Many of our scholars and grandmaster teachers haven't went to college. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I have been around a lot of masculine figures, and I think you know that's why I speak out in the manner that I do. But another reason why is because listen, like I was saying in a post that I did on IG, right? Today it's the Palestinians, and tomorrow it's Black America. And I'm not an individual that is real knowledgeable about foreign affairs, but I know enough to know that what is being done is fundamentally wrong. I know the rules of engagement when countries go to war and the agreement that certain countries sign saying what they will do and what they will not do. And one of the things is if you're dealing with terrorists and you invading a country, you're supposed to give the citizens, women and children, and those who have nothing to do with this war, right? Because the first thing they say, right, Hamas is a terrorist group and they've been terrorizing the Palestinians, right? So you're saying they're innocent people. You're supposed to be able to allow them to get themselves out of here. But you know what they did? They told them this is the safety route to travel. And when they traveled on it, they bombed it. And it was women and children. So this is a war against humanity. This is ethnic cleansing. Study the war. Study how this war started. And I think if most people do that, then they will have a position. It was called the 6-Day War in 1967. Study that. Study the War of Yom Kippur. I think I'm saying it right, Yom Kippur. Study that war. And you'll know the brutality of these people. Now, I got some slides because I came for the political education. Not only do I want to educate the family out there, but it's an education for me as well. Because every time I listen to this, I see it, the truth is embedded in me. And I think when we don't study and we don't learn about stuff like this, we get further and further from the truth. And then we have mainstream media that can just say and tell us anything. Now, somebody got to tell me, how the hell do I share on this? How can I share a video? Come on, I know we got some technological savvy individuals here. Let me see something. This says manage. You don't have access to this feature. Let me see, what's this? What's this? Pop out dashboard. Nah, I don't need this. Yeah, how do I share screen? Come on, y'all gotta help me. Pop out chat. I see all that. Edit, no, end stream, mute microphone, manage. Do anybody knows how I can share? I want to play a quick video. Also, I want to show you a map that was drawn up, right? It shows you in 1947 what y'all know today as Israel was a Palestinian homeland. And they allowed them initially, a few of them that did come, to be there. They came as refuge, right? They was being kicked out of Europe. They was being kicked out of all the European countries. The Jews was getting kicked out of. And a few of them was allowed to travel and settle in Palestine. And you know what happened, right? Britain and France ways their way in, where they started taking over more and more homelands, started setting up settlements. And then you'll see the progression. Within 2 years, you see all the land they got. And then 10 years, and then 20 years. And then if you see how much, it's like a small corridor like this of land they got. Out of this vast amount of land, Israel took it over. And I want to show that, but I don't know how to share. Let me see. No. What you say? Ashkenazi Jews, they got kicked out of the European countries. Yup, absolutely. Family, I do not. Let me see. Pop out. Yeah, I really don't know how to do this. This is crazy. Let me see something. Let me see something. Desktop. Tell me if y'all see this. Do y'all see that, family? Do y'all see this? Tell me if you see the video on the side. Someone, if you see the video on the side, put a 7 up.
Whether or not it is Israel, the United States will beg Israel to protect our interests in the region. Is the best $3 billion investment. Whether or not it is Israel,
Y'all hear that sound? Joe Biden.
beg Israel to protect our interests in the region. Is the best $3 billion investment.
I don't know how to do this, and I hate not knowing. As technologically savvy as I am, how I don't know how to do this. It's crazy. I tell you what, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm gonna go through a few things, and then I'll end this broadcast. And what I'm gonna do is, I am gonna take a crash course, watch a couple of videos, and find out how to navigate this, because I'm gonna start going on YouTube. Everybody used to me being on Instagram, and I never really built out my YouTube, and I think it's about time. Yeah. I see a few more people are coming in. That's what's up. So, once again, family, I just want y'all to know that my position is I stand for those that are being oppressed. I stand for those that are going to fight for their liberation. And the reason why I stand with the Palestinians, because the relationship between blacks and Palestinians predates my birth, right? And I got a couple of years on me, right? I got more years ahead of me than I do in back. I'm sorry. I got, did I say that wrong? Yeah, I said it wrong. I got more years in back of me than I do ahead of me. Put it like that, okay? So the struggle that the Palestinians is going through, and the relationship, the interconnection between blacks and Palestinian predates my birth, right? And this is not something that anytime there's a killing, or it's trendy to show your alliance. Nah, this has been ongoing, right? And I know there are individuals, that are saying, well, the Arabs, they don't care about us. The Arabs, they started slavery. Arabs are you talking about? What region are you talking about? Because if you're talking about the Palestinians, there's American-born Palestinians, then there's Palestinians. Just like there's what he's called them, the Ashkenazi Jews, and then there's American Jews. The devil's the devil. I understand that. But let's know the difference, right? In Ferguson, there was a Palestinian activist, and rest in peace. I forget the brother's name, but he was on the front line out there. He died fighting for black people. If you look, and there's pictures, and I wanted to display it because I don't like just saying things. I want to have the receipts. There is a memorial of George Floyd. in the West Bank. So this is not something that's trendy. They have always stood, and there always was alliance. But like I said, resistance is having knowledge of it and educating yourself about it and speaking about it and knowing that it's fundamentally wrong. And no one is telling anybody to take a stance where you lose your job or anything like that, because at the end of the day, we know, that we are the last hired and the first fired. But you do got to know that today is the Palestinians, tomorrow is Black Americans. And I asked the question, what other ethnic group is there interconnectedness with that has been a true ally in the cause of liberation for Black people besides the Palestinians? I'll wait for that answer. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this live. I'll do another live in a couple of days, but I want to be able to share it. I want to be able to invite more people. This was like on the spur of the moment. I really didn't have time to promote it in the manner that I did, but I just wanted to come on here and state my position. And I don't want people to feel like they're being shamed. Like you're gonna have you even have white people that are telling Black people, how dare you not support them? They supported the Black Lives Movement, right? Let me tell you something. Many of us don't even support the Black Lives Movement. We support the slogan, but we don't support that movement because that movement has been co-opted. That movement hasn't been beneficial to any one of us. But you also have the former basketball player who is a citizen of Israel, right? See, you got to know these things. You got to have these receipts. Like, why would this man say that? Because he's a citizen of Israel. And I have videos to show you how Israel treat the Blacks that live over there. But see, he don't get that type of treatment because he's a celebrity with stature, with money, with prestige, with notoriety. So they're not going to treat him like that. The same way it is if he's over here. Celebrity, you got a certain status, there's certain ways you're going to be treated, and certain ways you're not going to be treated. But for him to say F Black people and F BLM and y'all need to support, and whoever don't support, and listen, ain't nobody obligated to do nothing. Don't let nobody shame you. You know what? Also, hold on. I want to share this, man, but I don't know if I could do it. Oh man, I don't know how to share the screen. Do not know how to do that. I wonder. Nah, I gotta be done with the YouTube. Oh wow. Many of y'all remember Andrew Young, right? He was the mayor of Atlanta. He was also the UN ambassador, right? You know how he was no longer the UN ambassador? Because he had a, they said it was a private meeting. No, they called it a secret meeting. And it simply probably was just a meeting with the Palestinians. And he caught so much heat and he lost his position and got fired. Andrew Young. I guarantee you, if you go on his timeline, he ain't saying supports Palestine. Because they made an example out of him. And this is why certain people are hesitant to say anything. But when you got individuals that's courageous I'm gonna say what it just need to be said. I don't care. What they gonna do that they already haven't done. This lady, her name is Daniela. What the? I can't pronounce her name, but she's real big on social media. She said the Jews marched in Selma. The Jews marched for George Floyd. And you mean to tell me y'all not gonna stand with Israel? Black people, y'all need to really wake up. She said that. So here it is. You have two countries that are at war with each other, and they want to know what black people's position is. And if you're wrong, if you're on this side, and you're wrong, you're on that side. And sooner or later, everyone's gonna have to take a stance because this ain't just a war that just started October 7th. This has been an ongoing war. And here in the state of Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp just brought, I don't want to give an incorrect number, but it was millions of dollars, a stock bond that was going to Israel. He was investing millions of dollars worth of stock bonds for Israel, investing in Israel. That's taxpayer money, family. So when you use like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that, black people ain't got nothing to do with that, okay. Your taxpaying dollars do though. So I'm gonna leave it like that, right? Went 32 minutes. I would have went longer, but once again, I don't know how to share the screen, so I could have played some videos, show some pictures and different things like that. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all take it easy. Make sure you continue to support. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to get this channel popping. We don't have too many followers. That's why I always on Instagram. Instagram, I get it popping. Twitter, I get it popping. But I can get it popping over here because I know wherever I'm at, the family's going to follow me and support me. And shout out to our sister Ebony G. This is her shirt. And the shirt says, I didn't come here, I'm from here. 125th Street in Harlem. Yeah, I like that. That's our sister. Anybody interested in getting that shirt, hit me up and I'll definitely put you in contact with her. Once again, the Lioness Crown is in the building. Make sure you hit her up. Make sure you check out her merch. And she also has a course. Y'all trying to, get your frequency right and get in tune with yourself. Definitely hit that sister up. And with that, I'm going to say revolutionary salute and peace. I'm out of here.